Okay, so we're now looking at the last video in this series of hardest questions. Okay, so again, we're looking at numbers that are pretty small, disturbingly smaller than the ACT. So, can you have a go at the first one? And again, it's a non-calculator question, so it makes it a bit harder, but let's see how you go. Okay, so we've got 1 mil, so I get my pen working. 1 mil on 1 meter equals 1 litre. And then we've got 20 mils, and we've got to get up to 10,000. So if you've got 20 mils, you end up with 20 litres on 1 metre squared. Okay, so we want 10,000. So we divide by 20, cross off the zeros. 2 into 1,000 equals 500. So that means I need 500 metres squared of the pond, and I will get my 10,000 litres. Okay, moving on. Next question. Okay, so I've given you a clue on this one, just so you can see what's happening. So we've got distance from B to C is 150. The distance from A to B, this section here, is 1/3 of the total distance. So the total distance is x. I've got 1/3 x. And the distance from C to D is 1/4 of the total distance. So there's a clue to start with, and that's all you get. So see how you go. Okay, so we're back. So I've got 1/3 of an x plus 1/4 of an x plus 150 millimeters equals the whole x. So if once we add these number up, and we know that the difference has to add up to x. So this fraction here, the lowest common denominator is 12. 4 times 1 plus 3 times 1. So that means I've got 7x over 12 plus 150 equals x. Now this is 7/12 of an x, so this must be 5/12 because 7/12 and 5/12 equals 12/12. So this is how we finish it off. So 5x over 12 equals 150. Okay. Again, we don't have it's non-calculator. So divide both sides by 5. So x over 12 equals 30. 5 into 150 goes 30. And then 12 times 3 equals 360. So the answer is 360 millimeters. Okay, coming across the next question. Okay, so this one here is an awkward one. Sorry, not awkward. So I'm going to show you, when I do it, I'll show you an algebraic way, but see how you go as well. Okay, so we've got 18 tiles will take us back to the start of a new sequence. So 18 plus 18 plus 18 will give us 54 centimeters. So we're just a little bit short. But to get an 18, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So straight away, we know the answer must be bigger than 18 tiles. And I'm going to show you a solution. So we've got 2 bigs and a little. So 2 bigs and a little equals 10. 1, 2, 3 bigs and 3 littles equals 18 centimeters. So what I'm going to work out is what these big sizes are and what these little sizes are. Now these are called simultaneous equations. You haven't done this as a topic. So what I want to do is I want to get these b's up to the same number. So I'm going to triple everything. So triple it, and triple it. And now I'm going to subtract. So 6 minus 3 is 3a. The b's go away. 30 minus 18 is 12. So each of the big pieces is going to be 4 centimeters. 2 4s are 8. So each of the little bits is going to be 2. So when I get to 54 centimeters, I'm going to need 1 big and 1 little. So that means I need 20 tiles. Okay. Second last question. Different lots of 400, and it's the average speed. Just in case you're not too sure and you need to know, speed equals distance over time, and again, it's non-calculator. So see how you go with this one. Okay, so I've given you the formula. The distance they travel is 1,200 meters, and the total time we have is, we've got to add those numbers up. 4 plus 7 is 11, plus 9 is 20, carry 2, 2, 4, 6, and 2 is 8. So I divide by 80 without a calculator, cross off the zeros. 8 into 12 goes once with 4 left over. 8 into 40 goes 5. So the average speed is 15 meters per second. Okay, and the last question. Okay, well, it was a hard one, so obviously it was in 2009 and hardly anyone got it right. Okay, product is multiplying, and prime numbers are numbers that are only divisible by 1 itself. So this is basically, I guess, in check to start with. You need to get the first number, prime number, 2s, 3s, 5s, 7s. Okay, so just remember, prime numbers 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. So we need to get our first number to go into 2009 and then just break it down smaller and smaller. Okay, so you're back. So it's not even, so it can't be 2. 2 plus 9 is 11, which isn't divisible by 3, so 3 is off. It doesn't end in 5, so 5 is off. So the first number I'm going to try is 7. So 7 into 2009. 7 to 2 doesn't go. 7 to 20. 7 to 2 is a 14, carry 6. 7 8's a 56, and carry 4. 7 7 is a 49. So the first number that works is a 7. Okay, so there's my first number, and now I'm down to 287. I'm going to try 7 again, see if that works. 7 into 2 doesn't go. 7 to 28, 7 4 is a 28, no remainder. 7 into 7 goes once, so that means I've got another 7, and I recognize 41 as a prime number as well. There's no numbers that go into 41. None of these numbers go into 41. So the prime is 7 by 7 by 41. And that's our last question in the series.